Hello everyone, welcome to pretty much the final part of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. We finished up Silver, Sonic, and Shadow at long last, and now, upon doing so, we unlock the final story. This is basically all the evidence we learned up to now, and it's all gonna be explained, and a lot of cutscenes. So, let's get right into it, shall we?
Sonic! Sonic! Sonic? No! No!
Finally, the seal is broken. At long last, I'll be able to join with you. Iblis! Now, Chaos Emerald. It's time for the final curtain call.
What is this? Where are we? What's going on?
Is this because of that light?
The Chaos Emerald has disappeared.
Silver?
What are you doing here? This is all so confusing.
It's all because of Solaris.
It seems we were all caught by the spatial distortion. Iblis's seal has been broken. Due to Mephiles' manipulation.
Sonic? No. You don't think...
Sonic! Mephiles played us all for fools. His plan all along was to cause the princess to be so consumed with despair that she'd cry.
So that's why he wanted me to kill Sonic before. Solaris!
This creature will consume all existing timelines, and time itself will collapse and disappear into nothingness.
The instability of time caused this time-space rift.
It won't remain for much longer.
We've no time to waste! We've got to defeat it now!
No, it is a transcendent life form that exists in the past, present, and future. Defeating it here, now, would do nothing.
No, I won't give up. There has to be a way. If you say it exists in the past, present, and future, I'll destroy them all at once! Certainly. It might have been possible if he was still alive.
Sonic! Sonic!
Sonic,
What's the matter?
I feel Sonic's presence in the wind. I don't think he's dead yet. I'm sure of it. It's not too late.
Of course! Let's call him back with the power of the Chaos Emeralds! Focus your thoughts on using its power to perform this miracle. You can do it, Princess!
I can?
You were the vessel that was used to seal Iblis. You should be able to use the gem's power to rescue Sonic's soul.
I'll do it.
Solaris flung the Chaos Emeralds to the distant corners of this distorted world.
To collect them all in time, we'll have to split up. I'll go too. Because it's for Sonic. So Elise, watch over him.
Man, this is a lot to digest into this cutscene. So, with Mephiles, he was able to manipulate everyone. And as such, his final act of duty is to stab Sonic in the heart, killing him in the process. That's right, it's official. Sonic dies in an official Sonic game. And no, it is not, like, say, a thing you are in control of. It's scripted. But, anyways, upon doing so, it caused Elise to cry because he had so much Elise had so much feeling for Sonic, although that honor should go to Amy. That's gonna be the case. And finally, at long last, Mephiles is able to merge with Iblis. Like, you had plenty of opportunities to do that, but you never did until now. But why do you have to do it the most selfish way possible, Mephiles? You are so evil. And as I said earlier during, like, near the end of Silver's story, like, Sonic and Mephiles never interact at all throughout the entire Sonic story. And when it was revealed that in the beginning of Silver's story, or midway in Sonic's story, that Mephiles decided to pin a target on Sonic's back, and because these two never interact, it leaves a completely empty feeling. So, sure, it came out of nowhere, but it was foreshadowed in the beginning, sorta, but there was no leading to that. There was no leading to that outcome. But anyway, so now like basically what's going on, now that Mephiles and Iblis are combined into Solaris, the past, present, and future are all combined into one, and now they're in this consumable subspace emissary type of thing where everything outside is darkish and purple, while you're also able to visit like familiar locations. Yeah, there's a little bit of simulations to the Great Maze from Subspace Emissary from Brawl. And now we are in control to pretty much everyone except Blaze and Sonic, because they are both dead. Yes, Blaze also died because of the end of Silver's story. And like most of the characters, with the exception of Shadow, is god-awful. You're playing basically a compilation of all the levels you have played thus far. Like, you'll start off with Tails in Crisis City, then you'll play as Omega in Flame Core, and now we're playing as Knuckles in Tropical Jungle. Overall, this is basically the Great Maze of Sonic 2006. Like, realistically, the cutscenes, they have like a subspace feel, being in a dark matter or anything else, with the goddesses above, aka Taboo, and everything else. There's a lot of simulations to that. I just noticed as I'm recording this, of course. And, basically now we need to collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds that are in the corners of each of these continents. And because, like, even the future is here, aka, like, say... Even the future is here, like, Crisis Core and, well, Crisis City and Flame Core, and also... Wait, is Aquatic Base in this? I don't think Aquatic Base is in here. Because I want to say in the past, even though technically it was also in the present. But, like, most of it is played in the past. But that aside, this level is probably the worst level. Because almost everywhere, like no end, there will be time warps, time black holes that will spawn almost everywhere. And a lot of times it will just spawn right in front of your face, making it really impossible to avoid. And sometimes you also run across one that will, a red one, that will just throw objects at you. And I will say though, if you get killed, if you touch the black holes, you instantly die. Even if you have rings, you'll die. So I hope your reflexes are good enough, because like if you're not very well suited out with these characters at this point, you're gonna die a lot. But I had practice before this, because when I first got the game almost like, I think around 6 months ago, because I got in the game before that, and I beat in the game one time. This is the second time I'm beating this game. And, it's really, really insane. Like, I died a lot. I edited out a ton of deaths. I wish I could bring up an exact number, but I don't have it on me, so whatever. To get rid of these black holes, you gotta activate these, like, shinier, you have to activate these shiny green, tower MacGuffins that'll basically, like, freeze time, or or just refresh the entire area. And doing that will get rid of the black holes, making it easier to progress, but they'll eventually come back because, like, at best, like, I think, like, you do have a little bit of a time limit before the entire area gets engulfed into a black hole. This level is the worst level of the entire game. End of the world. Like, a lot of my problems of this entire game is present here, of course. Now, let me go ahead and rank, like, at least, like, characters I can be able to easily go through, no problemo. Tails, Knuckles, and Rouge, because, like, they're able to get to places very easily without any, like, hassle and avoid a lot of it without touching a single time thing. Silver is definitely on the level 2 difficulty. Oh, also Shadow's also good, too. Shadow's also a good companion for that. And, because Shadow's probably the best character in the entire game. Still, regardless, Omega and Silver are broken at some points. But not too broken, of course. And of course, the worst of it all would be Amy, which I believe we're controlling now. Like, for this area, slightly pretty much showed how useless Amy is on, like, how well she controls, because she doesn't control very well at all. Obviously, she's the slowest of the bunch, so, like, trying to get away from these black holes might be really tight. Her double jump is useless. Her Pico Pico hammer really sucks in terms of, like, dealing damage, or for getting really good range with it. I don't think your invisibility ability, which by far on its own doesn't make any sense at all, would be very helpful for this. Like, I think, like, at best, like, the parts that you'll be dying the most on would be Silver, Amy, and, I think, those are the only two, because, like, everybody else I don't have very much problem with. I think I have a little bit of problem with Omega, considering, like, his gameplay is about, like, shooting stuff and, trying to get away. I guess Omega ain't that well either. I wish I get to control Blaze or Sonic, but obviously, for story purposes and to stick to the canon, they're not playable because they died throughout the Let's Play, or throughout the story. But also, another problem with End of a World is that, like, you know in Sonic Adventure 2's, Ken Core level, where you're playing 5 separate characters, they actually combined, the life counts on both characters, so, like, we have, like, a whole group of lives instead of, like, just standard 5 lives. We have, like, combined total of both Hero Story and Dark Story. For this level, oh no, you do not have, like, combined total of the 3 stories. You have 5 lives, pretty much where you start off on every single, story anyways. So as such, like, no matter what coin you look at, most of the time for, like, End of a World, you're focusing on trying not to get sucked over by the vortex, trying to get lives along the way, because 5 is not going to be enough. I died more than 5 lives, I'll know that. So it's important for you to grab these lives along the way if you want an easier shot at trying to beat this level. And sometimes, like, another thing with Shadow is that his homing attack and his abilities are too overpowered, that they can be too great. As such, can easily make you overshot on jumps, so you do not want to overshot jumps, otherwise it will cause a whole slew of problems, and that's no good. That is no good at all. Overall, End of a World, like I said, It's a combination of both, like, Sonic Adventure 2's, last story first level, and also Subspace Emissary's, The Great Maze. In terms of, like, what it feels like it's based on. I think this game came out before Smash. I'm pretty sure it came out before Smash Bros. Brawl. I could be wrong, though. I need to do a little more research, but at long last, at least we finally got through this torturous of a level. It is a really long level, and also for the wrong reasons, of course. But, yeah, we collected all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, so now, let's go ahead and, this is gonna be one of the worst scenes of the entire game, I'll tell you this right now. We're gonna go revive Sonic with Elise's plea, and... oh boy, you're not gonna like what you're gonna see next. Cover your eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Chaos Emeralds, Gems of Miracles, please heed my call. I wish to save this world. I wish to cleanse my father's sin, and I wish to talk to Sonic once again. You have given me so many things. Now it is my time to return the favor. I care not what happens to me, but please heed my voice. Sonic, come back. To me. To us.
Thank you, Elise.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are in the final boss, Solaris. So, to start things off, you need to switch over to Silver by pushing the Y button as Sonic to switch to Shadow, and then pushing the Y button again to switch to Silver. Why does the boss fight not start me as Silver? Why does it start me off with Sonic? Because I can't deal damage with the boss as Sonic, and I can't deal damage with the boss as Shadow. So they want me to switch over first to take him out. I just don't understand it. You just basically use the right trigger to carry up a ton of rocks, and you throw it at him. Basically, you pick up and throw stuff at him. If you're low on rings, press the Y button to switch to another character. So that way, meanwhile, the main character that you're playing as will slowly collect rings. Once you take out the first arm, you must switch over to Shadow and just basically hold the right trigger until the bottom right bar fills up so you can throw out a more powerful Chaos Spear. So let's talk about what just happened. So, we got all 7 Chaos Emeralds. And Princess Elise made a wishing call to resurrect Sonic, of course. In the long run, we had a little bit of a disgusting scene where Princess Elise kisses Sonic in the cheek. Well, no, it's not really the cheek, it's definitely the lips, but I want to pretend it's that, because screw that cutscene, man. And also, it should have been Amy who got that kiss, man. Should have been Amy. Also, Amy shows no emotion to the scene, because, like, in Silver's story, there was a scene where Amy and Elise bonded, and talked over about who is Elise's true love. Now, obviously, Elise didn't, like, tell her who the love was. If she said it was Sonic, Amy would definitely give a reason to be mad and start to hunt for him for cheating on her. That being said, like, throughout that cutscene, like, he does show emotion over Sonic, but he doesn't show emotion over Elise kissing Sonic, and it was like, why are you being a supportive girlfriend, man? You should be picking out your Pico Pico hammer and just whacking her in the head. Anyways, moving on to Sonic, once again, you charge up your energy on the bottom right, and then you release to go through a full boost of speed at his heart. And of course, once you do that, you'll be able to reveal the core, and at that point, any character can take him out. Doesn't have to be Sonic, it can be Shadow, it can be Silver. My tip is that, like, if you hear, like, a voice line quote that, you're about to be out from the fight because you have 10 rings left, that's probably your best cue to push the Y button. But sometimes if you're unlucky, during my first life, I got...
Is it over? No, it's not over yet. I guess it's not gonna be that easy.
As I was saying, before I got interrupted, on my first life, I died because I was slowly taking down the rings. I got 10 rings by the time, by then, and then at 9 rings, I got hit by a projectile and I died, because if you do get hit, you do lose rings. At best, like 10 rings, you lose. So try to avoid getting hit if you don't want to lose more rings. I think this is the fight where if you get hit in your server form, you actually do lose rings in the process. Moving on to Phase 2 while we're at, which has the best song of the entire game, which is like a more impactful version of like Sonic's main theme. And for this one, you're basically fighting The Legend of Zelda Hylian Shield. Well, that's what it looks like from my own eyes and also everyone else's eyes. But, from here, basically just do the same thing as I said in Phase 1, except, like, there's no, like, visible counter that you have to, use a certain character to defeat him. Like, sometimes, like, your best bet is to, like, try one character. If you see that wave effect in front of Solaris when you hit him with that character, then it means that it's not working as his character. So you might as well switch to a different character that will deal effect on him. And for this phase, like, Solaris will be more crazy now because he's throwing out lasers at you, and when you get near half health, he's gonna go apeshit crazy on the lasers. And, like, the lasers is really hard to avoid. Like, well, for one, you can also just, like, boost sideways to get away immediately by, like, pushing, I think, the A button while holding a certain direction. So, like, it's probably your best bet to avoid the one laser. But, like, for avoiding, like, a whole bunch of lasers, which we're probably about to approach in just a moment, I do recommend that you do at least, I think I recommend, like, sticking to the very bottom or the very top of the screen.
Don't hold back. Let him have it, Silver. The present day
I will say, though, make sure you do keep an eye on your ring counter, and think about what you think Solaris is going to throw at you next, because he might hit you while you have 10 rings, and, like, that can cause you a death. So, like, you pretty much have to hurry up and, like, make up your mind what you want to do with it. But other than that, like, Solaris is probably a good final boss fight. I'll say that. Compared to, like, the boss fights that we have for this game, I think Solaris is the most interesting final boss. Compared to Sonic Adventure, Perfect Chaos, Sonic Adventure 2's Final Hazard, Solaris is a pretty interesting fight, regardless. So I guess that's another positive I can bring out. But we're about to end him out right now in here. Also, I'm surprised he's not in front of his maximum lasers yet. There he is. I guess it's like near ending health is when he will throw it. Like, he's showing no mercy on his last few moments, so make sure you get the most out of it. And you can't get all the hits in right away, so you're gonna have to, like, experiment with the other characters to figure out what is best to defeat him. I defeated him in Shadow, so one last hit, and he should be out for the count. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. We defeated Solaris. The world is, well, still engulfed in subspace Mach. But other than that, all's well that ends well, right? And sayonara, Solaris.
That was incredible!
Ended with an S rank. Perfect way to end off this Let's Play. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. There's still going to be an extra video, of course, after this, and I will be talking more about my final thoughts on the story in the credits. But meanwhile, we'll have this final cutscene that will finally put this game to rest, and I'll talk about that cutscene in the credits. I'm not going to talk about it, like, I think I did talk a little bit about it after the scene, but I don't know. Alright, last cutscene.
Did you destroy it?
No. That is the true Solaris.
Look, Elise. This is Solaris, the flame of hope.
It's so beautiful.
When the flame has grown large enough, our world will change. Solaris will allow us to control time and move through history. People will be able to rectify past mistakes and avoid bitter fate.
Will we be able to see Mama?
Yes, Elise. We'll both be able to see your mother once again.
This is where everything began. Who knew such a tiny flame could bring such devastation? If we put out this flame, Solaris will never exist. And then we'll never have to worry about the flames of disaster, right? But our encounter... You and I will never meet. It will never have happened. To tell the truth, I don't care what happens to the world.
Elise, just smile.
Miss Elise? It felt like someone was calling me. I'm sure it's just the wind. Of course. But it felt so familiar somehow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. So as Elise blows out the flame that was Solaris, Sonic 06 is officially erased from canon. Sorta. It's actually, there's a level in Sonic Generations that feel like shouldn't belong there because of the time wipe, but whatever. And there's a lot more I want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it during the ending part of the credits. But before I talk more about it, let's listen to Elise's theme song. And this one is My Destiny, which is performed by Donna DeLora. Anyways, I will see you guys after the song, where I will talk more about my final thoughts of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 and what else to come.
Take hold of the destiny I may give you life. Can you stay forevermore? Or are you gonna leave for me? No matter what it takes for me, I'll find you.
So, it's finally over, ladies and gentlemen. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 is over. Let's talk about my final thoughts throughout my entire experience of this game. So, this is going to be Sonic's most ambitious project for the 15th anniversary. Clearly, a lot of cut corners were made. Clearly, a lot of rush development was also made. And clearly, they decided they didn't want to delay the game. They stuck to the deadline. And clearly, this game is never going to get a patch update, because patch updates were never a thing around this time's release. But this game had so much potential, and look at it now. It's a garbage mess. It's a long, unplayable mess. Compared to a lot of other games so far, nothing can topple this game. This is by far the worst Sonic game ever made. Obviously, there's also a lot of, improvement mods, a lot of improvement builds that, hardcore Sonic fans are creating. And I really hope that this game gets released on the PC, so that way it could be a lot easier to get an improvement mod onto it. And I wish this game would support patch updates, because I think the Xbox 360 was capable of doing it. But, I guess they just gave up on this game. Obviously, a rush game is a bad game, but a delayed game is always good. That's my point of advice. Anyways, guys, Mardiman641, signing out.